Good morning, everyone. I am Sofia Carganilla, and my topic for today is all about advantages and disadvantages of media and information literacy to five areas: to the individual, in education, in politics, in economy, and society. But before anything else, let us define first what is media and information literacy. So, media and information literacy means knowing how to find, understand, and use information from medias. It helps us to think critically, determine fake news, and use media responsibly. So, being media and information literate means knowing how to use media responsibly and not believing in everything or any information you see or hear in medias without verifying its accuracy and checking the credible source. For example, you see a post online or in Facebook that there is no classes tomorrow. So to check or to confirm that information, you must seek credible sources like official Facebook page of the school. So now let us discuss the advantages of media and information literacy to the individual. So first, it is strengthen communication. Now that we are living in digital world, we are using media apps like Messenger, Skype, Telegram, and other apps we can use in communicating. So through these media apps, we can easily communicate to our parents, loved ones, relatives who are far from us or living abroad. So the second one, it can be a form of leisure. When you say leisure, it is the activities we do in our free time. So through media like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and others, we can use our free time in scrolling on Facebook, watching or viewing stories in IG, and also doing creative content on TikTok, showing our dancing skills or singing skills in TikTok. We can watch also tutorials on TikTok and other form of leisure activities that we can do in media apps. Let's now move on to the downside of media and information literacy to the individual. So when people learn digital skills, some people misuse or abuse their skills. For example, editing photo that spread the information or false information and deceives others in online. But not only that, media and information literacy can lead to addiction, where people spend excessive time on social media, scrolling in Facebook, streaming, playing games, and others that distracts the important tasks like studying, doing household chores, and also social interactions that affects the productive and well-being of a person. So media and information literacy can result to unhealthy screen habits and reduce focus on real-life responsibilities. Let us discuss the advantage of media and information literacy in education. So first, it enhances education through various platforms like Google Meet and also Google Classroom, where teachers and students can share lessons, assignments, discussion online, making learning more organized and accessible. So these platforms help students grasp complex topics easily, stay motivated, and actively participate in lessons, improving their overall learning experience. And also, we can watch educational tips on Facebook. Also, in YouTube, we can watch videos, such tutorials that will help us easily learn on the topics we can't understand. And also, eye-catching resources inspire learning. So, learners become more eager to learn when resources are visually appealing and engaging. So, through this Canva, we can create colorful infographics and we can insert interactive videos and also animations and well-designed presentations that capture the attention of the students and making lessons more interesting and easier to understand. So when learning materials are eye-catching, students stay motivated, focused, and stay excited to learn. So now let's move on to the disadvantages of media and information literacy in education. So through media and information literacy, it may expose students to online advertisements and influencer content, which can tempt them to overspend on unnecessary things. So instead of focusing on learning, they might get distracted by only shopping trends or promotions, leading to impulsive buying and poor financial habits. So this shows the need for teaching students responsibly media use and critical thinking when engaging with online content. Next, using or setting up a new gadget can be hard for those not tech savvy. It means that it can be hard for people who aren't good enough with technology. Means it can be hard for people who aren't good enough with technology. Setting up or using gadgets can be confusing, which can stop them from learning properly. And this can create gaps between those who are comfortable with technology and those who aren't, making it harder for some to access educational materials, especially using cell phones or laptops. For example, older teachers before who aren't familiar with using computer or digital tools, they may struggle to set up online classes or use educational apps, and this can make it harder for them to teach effectively or keep up with new teaching methods, especially if their students are more comfortable with technology. So now let's move on to the advantages and disadvantages of media and information literacy in politics. So, one advantage of media and information literacy in politics, it keeps the public well informed on political issues and current events. Especially now that election is coming, media is even more important. So it gives voters important information about political parties, candidates, and their plans. So through news, social media, and debates, voters can stay updated on events, speeches, helping them to make informed choices when voting. Media also lets people check facts, join discussions, and stay aware of what's happening in politics. This helps voters to take an active role in the election process. So let's move on to the downside of media and information literacy in politics. So misuse of social media, such as spreading black propaganda to manipulate public opinion. When people use social media to manipulate the news, such as spreading black propaganda against political rivals, this can mislead the public, making believe false information and turn against certain candidates or parties. Instead of focusing on real issues, people may be swayed by lies or attacks, which can unfairly change public opinion and influence election. It shows how important it is to have a good media and information literacy skills to recognize and avoid such manipulation. So now let's move on to the advantages and disadvantages of media and information literacy in economy. So the first one, it helps people explore investments and business opportunities. So with the right information, people can learn how to start business, grow it, or invest wisely. So media and information literacy also helps promote tourism by showing places to visit through social media, websites, and ads. This attracts tourists and investors, create jobs, help local businesses earn more, which improves the economy. For example, in places like Imuki Island, media helps attract tourists by showing its natural beauty online. Because of this, people invest by building resorts or transient houses near the island. So others start small businesses like souvenirs, clothing stalls, or restaurants. These businesses not only learn income but also create jobs for local people. Some even offer services like bangka rentals or both rentals, giving more income opportunities to nearby residents. This shows how media and information can help boost the local economy through tourism and business growth. So next, let us move on to disadvantages of media and information literacy in the economy. First one, misusing information can cause panic and chaos. If fake news spreads online, such as claims that Imuki Island is permanently closed, unsafe for tourists, or has high entrance fees, it could cause a decline in visitors. This would hurt local businesses like transient houses, restaurants, souvenir shops, and bangka rentals, leading to income loss for many workers. So next, it excludes those with limited knowledge of economic policies. So some investors or business owners near Imuki Island might be misled by false information about government policies such as fake news about increased taxes or strict business regulations. This could discourage them from investing in resorts, restaurants, or other tourism related businesses, slowing down economic growth in that area. So, last area affected by media and information literacy is in society. So, let us discuss the advantages of media and information literacy in society. First, it updates people on fashion, lifestyle, and interests. So, with the rapid flow of information through social media, blogs, digital publications, individual, individuals can easily access up to date fashion news and lifestyles from around the world. And also, it encourages people to build support groups engaging in various advocacy. So, its role in encouraging people to build support like this Facebook group page, mental health awareness and support. So this group emergence of this group where individuals create safe spaces to discuss mental health issues, share coping strategies, and provide supports to those in need. So it can cause distractions, weakening real life social interaction. As individuals become more engaged with digital platforms and online content, they may spend less time interacting face to face with families, friends, or loved ones. And next, online criticism may weaken national allegiance. So, when there is too much negative talk online about the government, culture, or national values, it can make citizens feel disconnected and less loyal to our country. Over time, this can lead some people to believe that their country is no longer a good place to live, and they might even consider moving to another country in search of a more positive and supportive environment. So media and information literacy help us to become critical thinker and responsible users of media and information. So that's all for today. Thank you.